Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a spinner related review. We're looking at the Mokume Tripple buttons by TheOneStopFidget. Here we go. I got one from the first wave. And this is designed by Ansar from the Conceptual Designs, but it is distributed by Azri. I got a note here from him. So Azri is the one behind TheOneStopFidget. And he makes, or lately he's been doing a lot more of the buttons, which is actually quite popular. So right here, I've actually customized this one, so this is going to be a little different from what you're going to be receiving. And I just want to show the other things. This is from one of the earlier designs that I don't think he's, it's currently out of stock. So he's moving on other designs and other metals. This one is called the Mokume Ripple, which is a two-layered metal. Mokume in the spinner community is, for the most part, a copper alloy layered metal. So you see the copper and brass there is actually flamed to get that particular distinct pattern, which is quite nice. I polished one side. So there you go. So for this one, it's actually three metals. We're looking at copper, brass, which is copper, and zinc, and the last one is nickel silver, which is a misnomer. There's no silver on it, and basically it's a copper alloy having copper, zinc, and nickel. The nickel makes it look like the silvery metal. Yep. So it's actually quite nice, and let me just showcase what it looks like beforehand. And here it is with the Damn Designs Brute. And it's very subtle, but you can kind of see the three metals there. I think the nickel silver is slightly green when it's really polished. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in this picture, but it's going to be really smooth. Now I kind of want to bring that out, and I went with metal etchings, so you can see here. It's a little rough. We'll take a closer look on that in a bit. But this is a 20.5mm in diameter, and I think it really works well with iFidget. Now there is a note here, and he mentioned about when he got this produced, that he got that polish as you see on the Brute spinner, and for him to work it to make it like this and actually make it a little nicer than what I did here, it requires quite a bit of time, and I've tried it myself, and it's a lot of hand sanding and polishing, and you gotta etch it. It does take quite a bit of time, and as a little bit of apology, he's adding this titanium button set, which is about the same style and made of titanium, which I think it's really nice. And for the most part, even with this style here, some makers charge quite a bit for Mokume buttons, and he's only charging for about 70 bucks on this one, which I think is a really good deal. And yeah, I really like his button design and metal choice, so I can't wait for the next one. I think he might be doing some zirconium. Check out the website, or actually his Facebook group. That's the best way to get some updates. Alright, so moving on, let's try it out. Try it out with other buttons or other spinners here. And well, I'm gonna swap it out. I'm gonna talk about the process. So I bought some ferric chloride, and you can just get that through Amazon. And you gotta do some mixture. I went with 50-50, 50 water, 50 the solution. So just half the concentration, and here's a cocoon here. Let's put it on here. And let it etch for, I tried 15 minutes. It did a mild etch, then it went for half an hour, which I got a deeper etch. So it took that long. Then I went back and sanded it with fine grit sandpaper, at least 1,000. Then after that, I went ahead and used a polishing compound, kind of like Mother's, and polish it. So here's what it looks like with the cocoon. Let me just readjust this. Alright, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a really nice pattern to it. I like it a lot. So here it is with the cocoon. Let's go change it out. And typically for Mokume, you want to use copper spinners. I think they work well with that. So take a look here with the FTO, Full Throttle Originals Mini Asylum. I got a full copper one. And for those who wants to get one of these, you probably missed out the recent pre-orders. But hopefully it makes more. Alright, so here it is. The copper mini asylum is already patinaed. Got the almost bluish hue here. So there we go. I think it looks really nice on that one. Let's move on to the next one. Another popular spinner currently in the market is the drone, the Invader drone by John Adrian. Sorry. And MPF Designs. There we go. So many names, so many makers. Alright, I actually flamed this stainless steel caps, for those wondering. So here's a brass. Let's put this on here. Where's the other side? There we go. So it does look nice. I like it. Now these buttons are for vertical retention, so there is a bit of a gap, but for certain spinners, I think it's alright to have that little gap. And actually, it's kind of in between with the press fit and vertical retention, or the one with the threaded one. So it's actually quite nice, and you can use this for a variety of spinners out there. Alright, so that's done. Another one, possibly the torque bar right here. I got a brass one with the special buttons. This is not the original button for the torque bar. Alright, so here we go. Kind of looks like a candy. So yeah, this particular button set works quite well. And it is 20.5. I think some people or in the community prefer the bigger ones. You cannot go wrong with 22. I think 22 fits a lot of spinners. But 20.5 is not too bad either, especially for bar spinners like the iFidget and the torque bar. It's actually quite nice. Alright, what else we got here? I'm just trying this out. Why don't we try the Proxima? I got a copper Proxima. This has not patinaed yet. I hardly use my Proxima. I have so many spinners. But actually for me, I prefer using the stainless steel or titanium more so than the ones that the patina. I think I have a little slight irritation with copper, so I try not to use them as much. Or actually, it just depends sometimes. And some of them has a distinct smell, but it actually depends on what kind of copper it is, or if it has been treated. So here it is with the Proxima. Yeah, I think it works quite well on this one as well. Now there's a bit of gap, but I think it's great. It does look nice. Alright, so moving on. Another popular spinner is the Atrium. Atrium is right here. I have actually I customized this one. I hammered it, flamed it. This is all stainless steel. Even the caps here, I flamed that. And I use my special technique using the Sharpie to get those spiral or stripes. Not spiral, stripes. Yep. A special technique. Now I'm not sure if this fits here. Let's see. Oh, it does. I think I tried it on one of my spinners and it didn't work. But on this one, it works quite well. So there you go. It actually works really well for the Atrium. So there you go. What else we got here? What's another popular spinner? Well, I did show a picture of it on the Brute but I have it right here. This is the polished copper. Really nice. Got that large Gary buttons. They have so many names. Kind of surprised I kind of know them all for the most part, I guess. I do forget them from time to time. Alright, so here it is with the Brute. I think that works quite well. Another thing we can try is the Ergo Copper. This is the Ergo Omega. The Alpha is thicker, and I think this is one of the special runs. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on here. There is gonna be a gap, but I think it'll be alright. So there we go with an Ergo. And lastly, oh, what else we got here? I do have some Portal spinners with a random fabrication. I have copper and brass. My copper has really darkened. And typically, if you have a bead blasted brass or copper, they're gonna have the patina a lot quicker, as opposed to something that's polished. But eventually, it will have that kind of like stain. So let's put it here on the brass. And again, it looks really nice on this kind of like style of bar. And there you go. Now, if you want to do this process, it actually, there's a coating on the buttons once you get it, so it will protect that particular, or it protect the button from patinaing. That is a word. So you have to sand it out before you do the metal etching, otherwise it won't do anything. Yeah, so it is actually a bit difficult to remove that coating, especially in trying to get into the edges there. But make sure to sand that off first before you do some metal etching or polishing or whatever you want to do with them. And lastly, I want to try this out. So I have the Zen Tri Evo from Fidget HQ, and we're gonna go ahead and try the titanium buttons on this one, since I don't think it's gonna match, but you can always, you know, you can put whatever button you want on your spinner. But I think it just matched to use this particular one. Alright, so here we go. It's gonna give you an idea of what it'll look like. So again, it's a nice addition having this extra caps. So here we go. I think I'm hitting the yeah, I think one side. So I might need some spacer on here, maybe a 1/2 millimeter spacer, just on the part where they have the bearing retention, which I actually have plenty. Yeah, that one. It's a little bit higher than what I expected, but it does fit there. I just want to demonstrate that. I think I've only been doing it with actually, let me try it on this one, another one. Why not? So this is the Invictus, which has the vertical retention. Why don't we try it? Yeah, it's odd. I wonder if it has something to do with my metal etching. I probably shave off like a good amount. So this one, it fits. So this is a Dam Designs Invictus. It does work for it with the vertical retention. So maybe that this one just have a little bit taller tolerance, or that height. But yeah. Here it is with the Invictus, quite nice. And I think that's pretty much it for this review. Again, check out TheOneStopFidget, their Facebook page, as well as their website. I'll provide the links down below. And they're also offering this production cube that I think it's a bit underrated. It's a really nice bar. It's almost like a bar spinner, but it has, you know, 4 corners. You can actually remove the caps and it becomes ring spinner with a 6703 bearing, which is 17mm in diameter. Yeah, it's actually quite nice, and it's offered in bead blasted like this one or polished. So check those out. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the review. Hope you guys like this, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer those for you. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.